Hello and welcome back to the Car Secrets channel, where today we're going to look at a Lexus Technical Service Bulletin number 0027-19. What this bulletin deals with is a complete software upgrade of the audio head unit, which will allow you to have Amazon Alexa and Apple CarPlay on your 2018 to 2019 specific Lexus models. So we have the RC and includes the RCF, the NX, and the ES. So when these vehicles came out, they had a phase two audio system on them. And then the manufacturers moved on to a phase three, which supports CarPlay and Alexa. And they designed a way to retrofit these older models to support that new phase three audio software. So if you have one of these vehicles and you don't have CarPlay or Alexa capability, then the dealership should be able to update the audio system for you. This particular TSB applies to the vehicles that do not have built-in navigation. So they'll still have the screen, but the navigation is not built into the vehicle. There is also a different update for the ones that do have navigation, and I will have a video for that shortly. So here's what they talk about is what I mentioned. It reformats the multimedia system and goes to a phase three, which includes these nice little perks that everybody enjoys these days. So one thing to be aware of, and this is more for the dealership technician, but if the procedure is not followed correctly, this can crash the whole head unit and it may enter a unrecoverable state where it needs to be replaced, right? So it says here, zip files need to be placed into the root directory of the USB drive or the damage to the head unit may occur, and another notice here. So that's something to keep in mind. So this is not a recall. It's kind of a weird service bulletin. Back in the day when it came out, they would do this for free. That's why there's no time listed here. So it was sort of like a warranty thing, but then it expired. So if you didn't get it done at that time, then they started charging for it. So maybe you can get it done for free, but most likely you would have to pay something for this work to be completed. So for the tools, just needs battery diagnostic station, which is just a fancy battery charger to keep the voltage of the battery up while doing the update. So they have a zip file that needs to be downloaded onto a blank USB and extracted, right? So this is what they're talking about here is save the save the file, extract all the contents onto the USB drive. It's going to have a bunch of files in it, and they're saying not to have any root folders or anything like that because then the head unit will not be able to read these files and perform the update. So they're saying to run the vehicle or use the battery charger to maintain the voltage. So it's really important to do this, otherwise the head unit can also brick itself and become unrecoverable. So they're saying to record the preferences and presets because it's like a hard reset of everything. So all the settings will likely get erased in the head unit. And then just go into the setup menu, scroll to software update. Well, presumably we already downloaded all the files onto the USB drive, inserted into the vehicle's USB port. It's going to show the current and the new version of the software. So the current one has to be one of these ones in order to update it. If it's not, then the update procedure won't begin properly. So verify that the current is one of these older ones and the new will be the 1990. So update software, click on this button and then press OK. I agree. Yes, start the software update. And then there's going to be a bunch of things happening, and it's important to follow the procedure here. So it's going to start loading the update from the USB drive, and it's important to not turn off the ignition and not remove the USB drive. Otherwise, you will crash things. Then it's going to say software is ready for updating. You turn ignition off and then you turn it back on with a charger or start the engine. So the ignition has to be on, whether with a charger on the battery or with the engine running. After this, it's going to go to the next screen. And again, you cannot turn the vehicle off or remove the USB drive at this point. There's going to be a reboot, and then it's going to start loading a second phase of the software. So once again, critical not to remove the USB drive or turn off ignition or accessories. Then it will reboot again. So yeah, this is like a multi-level update because it just rewrites the whole memory in the head unit. And then it's going to get to kind of the final stage. The home screen appears, which will have like the map and everything. Well, with the navigation system, we'll have a map. With this one, it will just have the home screen with a menu on it. At this point, the ignition gets turned off. You got to wait at least 60 seconds. And after that, you turn the ignition on, pull the USB drive out, then turn ignition off again, then turn it on again. So it's a bit of a, tap your belly while rubbing your head thing. But yeah, do all these steps. And then once that's done, the new version will be either 1004 or 1011, depending on the particular head unit you had. Even though when you're doing the update, it says 1990, but it's going to update to one of these. And then you may have some issues with the Unform app suite. In that case, you go into the menu, set up and delete personal data just to clear all the old stuff to prevent any conflicts, restore the radio presets, and then some cases, the e-manual, like the owner's manual that's preloaded into the head unit, gets deleted during this update. Not always, but sometimes. So in that case, you have to reload it from the CD or wherever, whichever way you got it, and then that's it. It's done. Now you're gonna have CarPlay and Alexa. Hopefully, this video was helpful for you, and look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Thanks for watching.